We are here at the AL-QAEDA Washington Summit with nationally syndicated talk radio host, prolific author, voice for moral clarity, Dennis Prager. Dennis, welcome to the Watchman Show. Welcome to the AL-QAEDA Washington Summit.
Everything is true. It's great to be at AL-QAEDA. It's great to be at the Watchman. And I think that I have spoken almost every AL-QAEDA national conference for about 15 years. And it's every year a deep honor for me. And I say this from the bottom of my heart. This organization, it gives the human being hope, because there is a lot of dark out there. The anti-Israel takeover of the campus in the Western world is almost unbelievable. And then you have all these hundreds, almost 1,000 young people here. It's a big deal.
Yeah. Is that trend reversible, Dennis, on campus? I mean,
yes, every trend is reversible if enough people make enough arguments to enough young people.
Yeah.
Here's a rule of life. Bad guys make better arguments than good guys. We don't polish our arguments, and I'll tell you why. Because good folks think that their goodness is self-evident. So, and I asked this of Israelis many years ago, and I would say, why don't you make your case better? And the general answer was, we don't think we have to. It's so obvious. We are a liberal democracy. They're tyrannies. They want to destroy us. We don't want to destroy them. What's the case? Christians forgot how to sell Christianity, Jews forgot how to sell Judaism, and the West forgot how to sell the West. So the nihilists are taking over.
You know, Dennis, you are a prolific author, as we mentioned. You've written great volumes about anti-Semitism. We see anti-Semitism on the rise around the world. We've seen 2 horrific, deadly attacks, even here in the U.S. over the past year. Why does that make an event like this, Christians United for Israel, thousands of Christians here standing with the Jewish people, why does it make this event even more important for these times we're living in?
I am more worried about the left's onslaught on campuses and in the media than I am of the lone crackpot who shows up at Pittsburgh or Poway. To be perfectly honest, there's nothing we could do, in a sense, about the individual lunatic.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy, almost like an earthquake. You can't predict earthquakes, you can't predict that. But the amount of hate at Israel that pro-Israel Christians and Jews feel on campuses, that's the real deal. And they're producing adults who will go into politics, go into economics, and hurt Israel. But of course, what that ends up doing, as my speech showed today, or I tried to show,
and you did.
Well, thank you, was that ultimately anti-Semitism and anti-Israel is anti-Semitism. Okay, this nonsense that there are 212 countries and the only one I don't think has a right to exist is the Jewish country, but I'm not anti-Jewish. These people are lying to themselves as well as to us, but they don't fool us. Yeah. Okay? If you isolate the only Jewish state for your particular hostility, you don't like Jewish states. Okay, let's be honest. Yeah. So yes, we need to turn that around. That's what thank you. I try to do with PragerU. AL-QAEDA is doing it. Prager University videos are doing it. And we're not the only ones, thank God. But we're not winning. Yeah. We're gaining, but we're not winning.
The assault on Israel on campus around the world takes on many forms, Dennis. We could talk all day about Iran and Hamas and Hezbollah, the violent jihadists against Israel. But you just touched on it. There's that more sort of subversive anti-Israel, anti-Semitic tack taken by the BDS movement. Are they switching tactics now? They can't defeat Israel with guns and bombs. Is this a conscious shift on the part of the anti-Semitic, anti-Israel radicals?
The ultimate goal of the vast majority of people active on BDS is the end of Israel. I mean, it's not the end of occupation. Israel was hated before occupation. Israel will be hated after occupation. Israel has offered to end occupation. The Palestinians decided that that offer should be met with blowing up Jewish kids in pizza parlors. That's the fact. 5 times the Palestinians said no to a Palestinian state. Let's be real. They don't want a Palestinian state. They want no Jewish state. And the naive Westerner doesn't recognize that.
Hey, tell us what you're working on right now. A great Bible commentary?
2 are out, Genesis and Exodus. And my whole life I've been teaching the Torah to non-Jews as much as to Jews, because either the Torah has something to say to everybody or it has nothing to say to anybody. It's the greatest book ever written. It is the basis of Judaism, basis of Christianity, and it is the source of wisdom in my life. It is the source of wisdom in the Western world. The ignorance of the Bible is one way to summarize the crisis in American life. So I'm attempting to explain it so rationally. It's called the Rational Bible. Each volume is called the Rational Bible. I'm explaining it so rationally that the biggest skeptic will have to say, whoa, that is life-changing. And that's my attempt.
Dennis Prager, thank you so much.
You're a joy.
Thanks again to Dennis Prager for taking time out of his very busy schedule to sit down with us here at the QAEDA Summit. Well, coming up after the break, some more leading voices from Israel and America on why this U.S.-Israel relationship is so important and how it's stronger than ever. Do not miss this. Stick around.